Hey, what is up guys? I'm KBHD here, and Twitter is so important. Like, it's a platform, it's like YouTube, it gives millions of people a voice. I use Twitter all the time. Your favorite people probably use Twitter all the time. It's like a cultural phenomenon if you think about it. But you're not perfect, Twitter. There are definitely things that I've mentioned that I would change about Twitter in the past in videos and in tweets, so I can expand on those things, and maybe you'll agree. Dear Twitter, many of us would generally like to see things in chronological order. Now I know RSS is dead, and it's a cool thing to do now to try to predict what the user wants to see and put it up at the top. You know, Facebook does it, Instagram does it, everything's all out of order now. But Twitter is just so pure, just like a straight up timeline. And Twitter is super time sensitive, probably the most time sensitive of any social media. So that's part of the reason I use a third-party Twitter app to guarantee that I read tweets in order as they happen. There's nothing like seeing a 1-day-old post right above a 2-day-old post right above a 45-second-old post. So at least when I press that show less often button, could you actually make it show that less often, please? Dear Twitter, stop hobbling third-party apps. So for those who don't know, Twitter has sort of a history of making it difficult to develop a good Twitter app. There's something called a token limit, which is essentially a ceiling to how many people can use a certain Twitter app. And once you reach that number of users, the app becomes useless to new users. You can't log in. It literally doesn't work. So several apps I've used have fallen victim to this. Really all it takes is the app getting really popular, it reaches that maximum number of users, and then it's dead. And that's happened with Falcon, it's happened with Android apps, Mac apps, iOS apps. It's just kind of a pain. So if you're gonna do this, you would think Twitter, oh, they must be working really hard on their own stock Twitter app. The first party Twitter app must be great. Yet I don't think I've seen a good update to the Twitter for Mac app in months. So Twitter, either stop being so developer and user hostile at the same time by hobbling third-party apps, or make your first-party apps way better. Or both. Dear Twitter, bring back @replies, like the way they were 3 or 4 months ago. It was just better that way. Dear Twitter, let us edit tweets. It is 2017 and we have a giant machine digging a tunnel under Los Angeles to build an actual Hyperloop, but we still can't edit tweets. We have the Large Hadron Collider, we found the God particle, we still can't edit tweets. Now look, I know there's a lot of cases against editing tweets, and I get them. You know, what if you post something really great and it gets a ton of retweets, and then you edit it to something heinous and terrible? What if you tweet something nice at a celebrity, and then they retweet it, and then you go edit your tweet to say something really mean, and then everyone sees it? Or maybe this guy's onto something. What if you get 1 million retweets for a hilarious comment, then a company pays you to edit the content of the tweet to essentially advertise on 1 million people's Twitter feeds? Then Twitter becomes oversaturated with sponsored tweets, people get sick of it, and Twitter loses all credibility. You know what? Anything is possible. So here's the case for editing tweets. You post something on Twitter, and within a little bit you notice it has a typo in it, so you can edit the tweet within 60 seconds of posting it, and any tweet that's been edited has a little indicator, and Twitter will show the edit history of any edited tweet. So you can click that little indicator, it expands, everyone can see it, boom, clean, done. So this solves pretty much any of the downsides that there may be to editing tweets. You know, people make typos, they happen. This is literally just to fix that. The half-life of a tweet is really short, like much shorter than a lot of other things on the internet, and that's already really short. So that means most of the activity happening on a tweet is happening within the first few minutes, sometimes seconds of it being posted. So deleting and rewriting a tweet sounds like it works great for maybe most tweets, but the most time-sensitive ones where the most activity's happening really quick, you know, 45 seconds and 3,000 retweets later, you notice a word is misspelled. Do you delete that tweet? Like honestly, do you delete it? Like that little edit button, just for that, would be so nice. And look, in case you still think tweet editing might be a bad thing, let me introduce you to a couple other social networks that you may have heard of that also let you edit posts. Facebook, there's an edit post button, full time, not just for typos, so anyone can edit any post ever. And if you share a post, then someone edits it, it will show up in your shared post. Reddit is actually a perfect example. In the comments, you have up to 3 minutes or until your comment gets 3 replies to edit that comment without getting an asterisk. So you can edit a comment whenever, but if it has engagement, then it has an asterisk and everyone knows it's been edited. Instagram, you can edit everything, caption, tags, whatever. Google+, same deal. Right here on YouTube, you can literally edit YouTube videos to add a blur to a subject to correct something without deleting the video. It saves at the same URL and the video is changed. Vimeo, you can literally replace entire video files at the same URL in Vimeo. You can upload a completely different video with the same title and everything, and it stays. So editing tweets doesn't seem that insane anymore. Just saying. I think you got this, Twitter. You got this. So there you have it. At the end of the day, I think it's pretty obvious that Twitter could do none of these things, and they continue to make crazy decisions all the time, but we'd all just keep using Twitter anyway. I'm gonna keep tweeting. You can follow me if you want. That's pretty obvious. But these things would make us just so much happier on the internet, and that's never a bad thing. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.